Question number 1. Have you had a prostate orgasm?
Hi guys, welcome to Foreplay Podcast, a safe space for all things sex. Remember, if you're ready for sex, you're ready for... fuck!
Welcome everyone, the girls, the gays, and the theys. We are talking about male prostate today, and we have my good friend Shawn here.
Hello.
We are so excited to have you on. We're going to talk about different experiences and those we cannot, share and talk about on. So we have Shawn.
Yes, I'm here. I'm very, very excited. I've been following the podcast for about 4 or 5 months now, and it's been nice to be able to listen to the episodes and now be able to be part of the visual episodes. So yes, beautiful ladies. I'm very excited for it. So what's up? What are we doing?
What is new?
What the fuck is new?
I've had a rough month, as we all fucking know. But, things just happen to you when you're in a dark place, I feel like. And I got a very sus DM that I think we all just need to,
I'm not ready.
touch on. So I got a random DM from this guy, and he says, "Is it bad that I was looking up a different Jillian when I found you, or is it just bad for her that I like you better?" And my real name's Jillian. For those but I was just like, that's kind of douchey, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of like, is it working? I don't know.
I think it's actually kind of a good line.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it?
What is it though?
Do you know what they look like?
Okay, so here's the tea.
Okay.
So I go on their Instagram. We only have one mutual friend, and the mutual friend is some random acquaintance that I met at the bar. So, and he has less than 1,000 followers. He's basically a nobody. Yikes! And all his pictures are from 2018.
When
he got in a car accident, he could look bad.
Why is that
I don't know. But then I was just okay, anyways, we're going on, we're chatting, but we're having deep conversations all of a sudden. We're sending each other.
Can you hear them? I need to visualize.
Okay, I didn't screenshot all of them, but here's the next message. Literal paragraphs. I've always thought you make your own luck, and you make yours by being so damn attractive. Plus, you seem like a better fit for me anyway, with all the pics of you at raves and festivals.
Oh, no.
And then we're going on.
Okay.
I know. And
that's all I need.
Anyways, so we're going on, and then I'm like, okay, what's your sign? He's a Pisces. Do I want to get involved with a water sign? No. But if the dick is good...
The dick is good.
The dick is good.
I've heard that Pisces men are a certain kind of hell.
Right? So I'm just what do we want to do here? But then shit progresses.
Okay.
And we're having deep conversations. And I was like, hey, this is so random. Whatever. Could he be the guy from You? Maybe.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I really want to pursue music. And I'm like, here we go.
No, 3 times the charm?
Oh, this is so bad. And he's like, yeah, I make my own beats. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? He's like, I'm a SoundCloud rapper.
No.
Which, create your art in whatever way you want.
Yeah.
I just don't want a part of it right now.
But then he sends me 10 tracks.
Are they good?
I didn't reply to him after that.
Line in the sand.
I did ghost him after I heard them. I won't lie.
Oh, no.
They were that bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But anyways, so kind of sus, kind of not. I don't know.
Yeah. I would say if somebody isn't intentional in the way that they speak to me and their pickup line is, I was looking for someone else, but you'll do. I think you're actually better for me.
Right?
It's all about what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing about hey, I randomly came across your page and I'd like to get to know you.
You create your luck because you're attractive and talking about your rave pictures.
I know. So it was very sus.
That is pretty sus.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
So random.
Oh.
So random.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was my random DM of the day.
Of the day.
A weird one.
I know.
No.
So, Shawn, do you have anything new and exciting?
I mean, I do have one really new and exciting thing.
Just a big one.
Yeah, just a big one. His name is Rodney, and I'm so cheesy, hopelessly falling in love with this man.
Rodney!
So,
oh my god.
I love that he's in the studio with us.
So cute.
hello.
So yes, my baby's sitting over there giving me all
Just-
sorts of cheeses.
Yeah.
So he's in for a long ride tonight because we're gonna talk about some shit, and I'm excited for him to get the whole tea, all the tea, and nothing but the tea.
That's so
my
cute.
Aw, well, I'm
Excited.
so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, congrats.
You both look
Yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
together.
So good. Like love is in the air.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
complete
yes.
opposite ends of the spectrum right there compared to the DM in a budding relationship.
I know. Okay, let's move on
You wanna
to
just-
beat your meat, guys.
I have one.
Okay, let's do
And this kind of picks up off of the episode that we talked about, like libido, and like obviously I was talking about not having a lot of sex with my partner at that point.
Mhm.
We've had sex since then. It's kind of been a little bit more regular, which is super fun. And I think I've just come to the conclusion that it really does come in waves with us. But the first time that we had sex since it was like kind of dry was so fucking good. And
Oh,
like,
yeah. Is this
the one you
paint a
told me
picture.
about?
I think so. It was like our sex is always fantastic. Like I'm always super satisfied, feel super loved, always love pleasing my partner. Like it's very well rounded.
Mhm.
But we don't like I have a lot of toys that I use, but I don't use a lot of like I don't want to say props because they're not props, but I don't use like
Accessories?
restraints and yeah, like it's not just
Ah.
like for the purpose of coming, but like to create a scene. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for my birthday, Maddie got me a ball gag and got me a riding crop, and another person got me handcuffs. And then what else did I get? I don't know. Nipple clamps
Setup.
too. Yeah. So we used pretty much everything all at once. But
The only
it
way
was
to do
just-
it.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sitting there with like a ball gag in my mouth and my hands are handcuffed and like it just started like I was like I almost forgot I had them for a moment, you know? And then I'm like pause, like stop fucking with me for like just a moment. And grabs all of the shit out of my drawer and then we start like using it and I'm sitting there so handcuffed, ball gagged. I know you're not supposed to like lay down with the ball gag on because you could choke on your own spit. So I had like 3 pillows propped under my head while I was on my back so the spit would still drain. And something I swear, no, seriously, I was like safety first. But my partner, I feel like is like mildly dominant, but is kind of submissive, or like we're both kind of switches. But something like turned on in this man. He's like slowly fucking me, but really hard, and he just like looks at me, he goes, "Say thank you." I didn't like prompt it, nothing, like just out of nowhere.
That-
he just turned this on and I've never seen
That's
this
so
side of him
hot.
like that. And
Oh my
it was
That's hot.
Yeah, so it was hot.
I have one beach and meat just from having sex a couple, maybe like last week. Okay, so we got these deep fantasy dildos. So we were trying them out and we'll insert a picture of all the ones that's on our Instagram. Anyway, so I remember G saying that if you can like fuck yourself on the floor with your dildo.
Mhm.
So I'm like this
Yeah.
with the dildo here
Yep.
and like but like slowly riding it and like my ass looks fucking awesome. And I'm, yeah, and like naked with the mirror right there.
Yeah.
And then she's behind fucking herself with another
Oh,
dildo.
shit.
So we're like riding together almost, but like with mirrors here and like we can fully like see.
Yeah.
And it just was so hot.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's like mutual masturbation, but like to another level.
Mhm. And then
Yes.
I was like on the dildo and she took hers out and was like touching and like kissing me and like well I was fucking myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
full control, but all of the attention.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And it was good and I actually liked masturbating like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have a dildo that you don't use,
There you go.
try fucking yourself on the
Yeah.
floor.
Damn,
then.
that takes fucking yourself to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It really does.
Okay.
It's like what you said too about switching up like your pose or like your position while you're masturbating because you know most of us will just grab something, lay on our back, and get to it, you know.
Yeah.
But like to change it, your
Yeah.
body's like shocked a little bit.
Yeah.
And it brings all the good emotions back. You
Yeah.
know.
That good serotonin.
That good
Yeah.
serotonin, just one serotonin.
Yeah, just
you
a little
know?
crumb.
We'll take
Yeah.
So I have a new beat my
Beat my meat?
Let's just meet everyone.
BDSM meet. All right, so I can't remember what the name of this is.
A tang.
Tanga egg. Yeah.
Tanga egg. So there's like 4 different types, I'm told now, but like mine has like little like rainbow like lips on the inside of it, so it's like thicker to a very thin border, so it literally like cups the head of your penis, and like it literally like it's like double weighed, but it's intense.
For those who don't know, tell us what it is.
So it's basically you just lubricate it or do whatever you want to get a little bit moist, and then you just basically put it over the head of your penis, and then you just kind of stroke that shit out.
And it's like a stretchy.
It's like super stretchy, so like you get like range of motion out of it. So like it's really, really intense actually.
Yeah, it's like a stretchy egg.
Yeah.
It really is. So it's definitely one of my new favorites. And like literally this thing is so tiny, like
Yeah.
it's better than a pocket pussy. Like literally, like it's stretchy. Like damn, like this thing is incredible. So yeah, definitely a good toy.
Sweet.
Definitely.
And they're
Awesome.
not that expensive.
No, they're like $10. It's you're adding sensation. You're not using a sock. I don't know if people really do use socks.
Yeah,
But like
Maybe when you're like 14, 15, but like you eventually upgrade out of
I
that.
know,
you're like, my hand feels
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just gonna,
yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I could. That sounds like friction to me. A
No.
sock.
Yeah, you do it
Yeah.
once or twice. And then you're like,
And then you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I
no.
deserve more than
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah, nope.
Yeah. That's sick
Bullshit.
though. I think they're cool, the Tanga eggs. And they're reusable.
Yep, literally just wash it out and good to go.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my god, that's so handy.
Any other beach meets or fun new sex stories, experiences?
Yes, there's been quite a few experiences. There's definitely one that I'd like to bring up because, it was definitely a good experience.
Okay.
And it's with the hostess and the mostess. I don't know how to say that, but yeah.
Okay.
So...
Is there something you need to tell us?
It's coming. It's coming.
We're just gonna take a nosedive right into the ooey gooey. Okay, so Shawn and I had a threesome.
Yep.
And
happens.
yeah,
It does,
so I
it
remember
does.
talking about it on the podcast, and I was like, I had it in my head of like how it would go, and then it just didn't, like, because for me, I thought it was gonna be like awkward at 1st, and like was like, oh, we'll have to like play some games and like,
Get to know each other.
and and then no, it just started right this like this second.
Like literally it was like one kiss and then it was like close off, go, like done.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Shawn was like, I don't know if this is cool to share, but like he was like, okay, so we're like cool with kissing, and then just goes right for it.
Literally, that was me trying to be like, I don't want to like step on toes, so like I'm a kisser, so can I kiss? And Em looked at me and she was like, sorry. Yeah, I'm usually the one that asks the stupid questions. So.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it was definitely fun and definitely a lot of new experiences. I mean, I've definitely had toys in my past, but to also have toys enacted upon myself with other people, like that's something that doesn't typically happen. Like you have to have that person to be comfortable with to like do that. And like I was definitely comfortable with you and the other party, but like it was a different level of I want to say like an inward outer body experience.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
literally.
cool.
Yeah. So
Nice.
if I use a dildo on myself, it's me knowing my pleasure spots and points and knowing what I need to get out of it.
Yeah.
But like having that experience with someone else, with 2 other people actually, it created a whole different type of communication and a whole different type of dialect. And it really opened up way more sexual opportunities than I thought I would probably go through.
That's cool.
So yeah, it was a really good fuck. It really was.
But I can totally relate to you because I've only had a small amount of threesomes, but that was like by far the most fun, comfortable. Like it just kind of went at a good pace, and it wasn't like nothing was forced, and we just like took breaks and like I don't know, we were just friends, and yeah, it was just like incredible experience, honestly, but top takeaways.
Top takeaways: get out of your head. That is my first
that's
takeaway.
good.
Yeah, get out
That's
of your head. That's definitely a thing. Being in that type of scenario, I don't think I had actually prepared myself for it. Like, yeah, 2 beautiful women is a lot to handle. I can't, like, literally, like, every time I walk into the studio, I'm like, damn, 4 beautiful women. Shit. And then to have 2 at, like, your hands and, like, to be, like, that comfortable, like, biggest takeaway was definitely, like, understanding the, like, logistics of that. So definitely a good learning opportunity, I'd say.
Yeah.
Toys, more toys.
Yeah.
Toys.
And
Definitely.
what toys in specific?
The bigger the dildo, the better.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, go big or go home, some shit like that.
It's true. Like, you can always resort to fingers if it's too big.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
you scale up, you scale down, you just make it work. But
I'd rather
you always,
have too much than too little. You know?
Yeah.
She
Call me
said-
greedy, but like
you heard it here first. Nah, absolutely. So toys, definitely, and keep talking the whole time. Every time we started talking more, it just got even more passionate and more intense.
Yeah.
That was when it was like, oh, we were going to play games, but now we're in it. So like, never mind, fuck the dice, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good. What about you?
Sweet.
Takeaways.
Okay, top takeaways. I loved the double-ended dildo.
Yeah.
That was fucking hot. Like, because so it'd be like other person, Shawn, and I'd be like watching the whole thing, like sipping wine. And then it was like me and Shawn with the double-ended dildo, and it just like felt so good. Like so
Sorry.
good.
That was a reaction. That
And
was
it's
like
just it's so hot because like it's just asses.
yeah, literally asses clapping. I don't know for like
And
how long. Like,
If you've seen Shawn's ass, you know he has a nice ass.
I mean, yeah,
We love
my
that.
grandma gave it to me. My dad passed it on. I mean,
Yeah.
Rodney said that he enjoys it. So.
There you go.
Take it from someone that gets it. Yeah. So yeah, definitely fun.
Yeah, that. And I did like I knew that I enjoyed like having the strap on, but I loved pegging.
Yeah,
That was honestly awesome. Like it was just like kind of like Dom moment switched, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
You like say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was literally one of those. So I'm very versatile. So it's a little bit more trickier for me to find my dominance role when I want to be dominant.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a thing. Like, I think I definitely bring out a lot of feminine energy and a lot of feminine qualities and a lot of people that talk to me. And I think that's why I have such a large love circle. So it's definitely a challenge to make those connections and be as comfortable with you as I was.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I felt the same. Felt the same.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Good vibes all around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, we've threesomes don't always go that way.
No,
so-
No, they don't. Yeah, that was like one of the top. Well,
Yeah.
definitely one of the top 2. So yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's fantastic.
You and I have not had the same luck.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, the recap of that is on last week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that-
Just threesomes every episode now, I feel like.
Yeah,
You know,
that's all we talk about now.
Add a little
Just-
spice.
Yeah. But thank you for being so vulnerable. That's fucking fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
there are a few people that are easily accessible that will just like say their shit the way we say our shit. So like you really belong here. That's fantastic. Today, we're going to be talking about pretty much more butt stuff, you know? We're going to be talking about
Yes.
prostate stimulation, which is something we don't often have the opportunity to
Mhm.
fully talk about. Well, not interestingly anyways.
Yeah,
We're going to be talking about health stuff surrounding butt stuff, health stuff, butt stuff. Okay. We're going to be talking about just like what pleasure looks like for different people and different bodies and like how that, you know, I feel like how that can affect your identity or just all sorts of things. So,
I'm very excited to learn.
me too. I'm like tickled pink for lack of a better term. But yeah, Shawn is here to help us out with all of that because You know, it takes one to know one.
Yep,
You know?
for real. So I actually have one question
Yeah.
for you guys
Wow.
before I get going with my whole whatever is about to come out of my damn mouth. What is your guys' experience with anal?
Good question.
Like as a person, like a vagina.
Yes. I mean,
Okay, let's take a quick moment. Let's rate ourselves from like ass pirate to like never ever. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
I like that. I like the scale. I like it.
An ass pirate to like never.
Well, arr.
That was spot on. Oh my god.
She don't miss a beat.
That was so genius. Oh, I love that.
My God.
You fucking kill me.
Now, if you're Captain Hook, I'm Shmee.
Yep. I have a bird on my fucking shoulder. God.
Oh God.
I'm the bird.
I'm like floating beside the pirate ship, like trying to keep up.
You walk the
But
plank.
I
You were
walked-
there. You come back sometimes.
Yeah, I walked the plank and now I'm trying to find my way back and jump back on the pirate ship.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like floating, trying to stay afloat because I like giving, but I don't like receiving.
Oh, that's
gotcha.
interesting. That's hot.
That is-
You're like floating on a piece of wood.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like, hey.
like, yeah.
For me,
Like a
ocean.
Titanic moment.
Yeah.
We're not dying.
No, we're not done yet.
Okay.
I have a floaty or something.
Yeah, little
Mhm.
dingy.
Yeah, I have a dinghy.
Oh
Thank you,
no,
Dingy.
our metaphors need to go.
I love
Need
them.
to
I love
go.
them. So I'm definitely a Jack Sparrow. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
that's a thing. So definitely something that has taken a lot of time to like acknowledge, but like it's definitely one of the best parts of my life now.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
When you like, I mean, it's never an easy journey, but when you get to that point where you're like excited to be excited about the things that make you excited,
And then
You're
you
just like,
deserve.
you know?
Yes.
That you like once had to hide and stuff and like feel
Yeah.
shame and like
Yep.
it's just not there
Yeah.
anymore.
That's fantastic. Let's tell us about that. How did you come to be an ass pirate?
I think it all really began, and I'm not gonna give credit or anything, but my brother came out in high school, and when he did that, it unknowingly to myself put me in this little bit of a box where I was like, okay, so if my twin brother's gay, that means I have to be the straight one. So like chill.
Mhm.
So I kind of chilled for a little bit, and I don't know how that actually worked out in the end because here I am today. But that was probably the first point where I was like, there's something out there other than what my upbringing has showed me, because it's been man with woman, man with woman, man with woman.
Yeah.
There's songs even from the Caribbean that I used to sing and like chant my heart out to, like Boom Bye Bye and a Bratty Bye Day.
Yeah. Like
They're literally
let's talk about that for a moment, because it is like, and maybe this is a generational thing, and I don't think that is an excuse, but being Caribbean, or like just, I find especially being of color in general, there is no room to be anything but straight.
So until 2014, it was still acceptable to be killed by death sentence in St. Lucia for being gay.
Wow.
There were people in St. Lucia that were outwardly gay that had security around them. There were people that literally wanted to be themselves and would pay security before they would pay rent.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Like, it's insane. So like, I feel very, very blessed to have the parents that I do and the support
Mhm.
systems that I do, and to be able to love who I love because I can. So I just, I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, I just love
That's
it.
amazing.
Sharing that.
That's fantastic.
So that's where it started. And then that little switch where you kind of like, I'm just going to open that floodgate just a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that floodgate really quickly just kind of went out the
Yeah.
fucking window.
Yeah.
So yeah, first experience, you see that Nestea soda can? on there?
Yeah. No, walk us through. You can't. No. Where's the flared base? Where's
I'm literally telling you that was the first thing.
Wow.
That.
We just no. What's
I'm
the
not-
TikTok? No, I can't remember it. Na, 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 na. Seems a damn right shame. They're like
Such an awful way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
So that basically was just from someone in my neighborhood. It was
Yep.
just very accessible. So
Yep.
it was definitely a one-time thing, but it only needed to be a one-time thing, I think.
You gotta find out somehow.
Yeah, that was the wrong way to find out, though.
Yeah.
Fair
That
enough.
probably deterred me from it a little bit longer than anticipated.
So
Oh,
a nest tea
A
can.
nest tea
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, literally.
And first thoughts?
First thoughts, ow.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah. How did you
Ow.
recover?
Second thought, okay, there's something different about that. I don't even know how to describe that. So, like, I don't think I can really speak about the first experience because I don't really remember it fully anymore. But
Yeah.
I can speak more about my more recent experiences. But that was my first experience with it. It was a one-time thing. It was really, really hot and spicy, though.
Yep.
It was great.
It would be,
Nice.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, I kind of dabbled throughout everything. I kind of was with girls and then with guys. And I have a whole time period that I'm not exceptionally proud of, but like, hey, you know what?
Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
just
that.
a good
I,
one.
I learned me some things. That's
Yeah.
what I did.
Oh,
yeah.
and
That's what sex
Absolutely.
is about. And yeah, that's why we
Character
have this whole podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need the development, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, where
See,
would
when
we
you
be?
word it like that, it sounds so classy.
There you
yeah.
go. Shit is
Yeah.
classy,
Yeah.
okay? Being able to own your sexuality, you know?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I fucked around. It was great. So basically through all of that, I started experiencing new things, smaller dicks, bigger dicks, longer dicks. Then it would go back over to toys, and it just kind of bounced around so much that I never really had like a roadblock to guide myself with. I was always bouncing off of someone else's ideas. I mean, a hookup is a hookup, and you don't know what you're getting into until you're there. So it's much different now. So being in those hookups or in those one-time flings, it was, this is what works for them. So please them. And like back then I was also kind of like a twink. So I mean, I'm still kind of scrawny, but like I got a little bit more meat now. So
Oh yeah.
I feel like I carry it better now. So I definitely feel like back then I was more of a people pleaser, and I've always been known for that. And I've just kind of stopped allowing that to be a thing. So I found someone that understands that, and we're very, very equal with that. So
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Probably the hardest experience is probably the biggest dick. So we'll talk about that. Breath is a key.
Huh?
Breath is the key.
I never think about that. Well,
What?
I do, but I don't think about it like I'm doing yoga. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you got to
But,
think
like,
about it
same
more
thing.
than yoga.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah. So like, let's actually just do it. So like, go ahead, take a deep breath in, push it all the way out. Breathe in to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 count is really what allows your diaphragm to like relax, because you have
I
your
feel so
anal-
relaxed after that.
because you have your anal sphincter, and once that's relaxed, then your diaphragm can relax. So you can take as many short, shallow breaths as you want to try and like relax your stomach. But if you understand anatomy, you need it to fully, like, it has to soften. It has to. So like,
My
Yeah.
mind is blown.
Yeah.
I love anatomy shit. So I'm here for it all day, every day. So yeah, when I became certified in yoga, that's when I really started recognizing like, I can go bigger. I can do this with
Mhm.
breath. Like,
Wow.
it's not as
Wow.
much of a physical as more of, am I comfortable with it? Because I think that's the thing. Because I don't think your first experience, you're like, oh yeah, I want to find this like monster cock. Like, that's what I want. Like, I don't think that's like what you.
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. So like on both ends, like I don't think either anyone here is like, oh yeah, that was exactly what I wanted my first time. Like that shit would have fucked. Nah.
Yeah, no.
So like I think you work up in stages, but definitely go big, go home. There's a secret to that. There is.
Okay.
So yeah, black boys definitely. It's a thing. So Just skip on over that. Nah, it was definitely like, honestly, like a foot long, 11 inches, like girthy, like a little bit.
Are you guys connected for a ginormous cock?
Ooh, okay.
But you're not being an asshole.
Oh, okay. Well, not a surprise. They
Not a
usually come with a
surprise.
lot of shit. Yeah, so I hope you did get some of it. Never mind. We'll talk later about that.
Last week's episode.
Shit. Okay. So, it's. I didn't realize what I was getting into when I committed to getting into it. I was on vacation in St. Lucia, and you don't dabble around with that shit while you're there, but you know, boys gotta do what a boy's gotta do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you go on the apps, you have a blank profile, you make sure that they have a Facebook profile. Once you've confirmed that they have a Facebook profile or an identity of some sort, then you go to a public meetup spot in daytime and you have someone else know that you're going there to go grocery shopping. So, yes, I was standing there in front of the orange juice for 5 goddamn minutes waiting for this man because no black man is ever going to show up.
Yeah, that's the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the fucking truth. But yeah, he showed up and there was definitely like an instant like, he's a dominant. He's going to own my ass. It's going to be a thing. I can't wait. So it was definitely spicy from the beginning. So he wined and dined me and spoiled me all day. It was really, really cute, actually.
Wow.
And then basically took me back to his place and was like, so I know you've already had a lot to eat, but I have one more platter for you. And I was like, platter? He was like... And like, you know, in the movie, yeah, the jaw dropped. Literally.
Oh my God.
Literally. I was like... So I'm sitting there, I'm like, so I remember when I was like 14, 15, like, you know, you're in the locker room and all this shit and you're like, damn, like, if his dick is that big right now, like when it gets hard, like how much bigger is it?
You're like, goddamn.
So the first thing that I'm thinking is, oh, fuck. Like, it's gonna double, like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, oh, no, that doesn't happen. Let's just see. So yeah, you touch, you squeeze, you realize that you're in for not your average ride. And it took just about 10 goddamn minutes to get anything more than the first inch and a half in.
Wow.
So
That's so crazy.
yeah, but you work through that shit and literally the 4 count breath. If you don't have someone that can do the breath with you, they don't respect you. Key.
That's fantastic advice.
Key. If
Truly.
they can't work with you at your pace and vibe with you,
It's not worth your time.
no.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Truly.
There is a pain pleasure threshold and you can dabble on that, but unless it's been spoken that you want to endure physical pain,
Yeah.
that shit can really hurt. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
It's the worst.
ouch, ouch, ouch. It's
Yeah.
like
Your
the
whole
stinging
body.
and just like I don't know.
It like
but-
shoots up your back.
Yeah.
that eye roll though, you're like, oh, that back. Oh shit. So yeah, definitely. Go big or go home was a one-time occurrence, I think, because you kind of need that once, and then you get all your toys, and you kind of you know what you're doing at that point.
Mhm.
So.
That's sick. Honestly, that was a journey. That was a true journey.
Mm-hmm.
But fantastic advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly. Like if somebody's not. Yeah, I feel like that goes across the board. Doesn't matter what you're doing sexually at all. But like if someone's not willing to like go at your pace or make you feel comfortable, and if you're not willing to make somebody else feel comfortable, like it's not worth it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's also nothing wrong with acknowledging that you need to bring something else into it, like
Yeah.
more lube, different lube,
Yeah.
water-based
Yeah.
lube. You know, there's a big difference between silicone, water. There's many different complexities to anal sex than your regular vaginal sex.
Yeah.
It's 2 very different worlds, and from my understanding, a pure gay and a bisexual person as myself, or pansexual, however I come off as, they have different meanings or understanding of what a woman body has to offer. So it's very enlightening for me to kind of be in the middle of it, because I appreciate a lot of things that the woman has to offer. Like there's a lot there. and then there's the male's body, and there's just something different about it for me that at the end of the day, I just know that I will feel more satisfied if there's a dick attached to it.
Yeah.
So it really boils down to, I found me.
You you talked about the complexities of anal sex and like talked about lube for a bit. So I want to know, what is your favorite type of lube? What is your go-to setup, I guess?
Yeah, like
Are
what
you
is
a water-based kind of person?
prep too?
We need to know the prep.
Yeah,
we do.
let's go full prep and then
we'll go
tell
prep.
us.
We'll talk about everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the first thing I'll bring up is actual prep. So I don't even know how to say it. I'm gonna have to send you guys the actual link for it and you can put it in the video, but Freddy.com is the first place that I would recommend anyone to go to. It's for basically the gay community for Freddy.com, but you can actually access it anywhere in Alberta right now for absolutely free. It's about a 3-month journey. They do fuck you around, not gonna lie. You're part of the system. Once you've acknowledged that you want this healthcare, they don't let you like, oh yeah, I kind of want it. And if you're 5 minutes late, they're like, nope, 3 months again. Like they're on their shit with it. So PrEP is 99.8% effective in protecting you from STIs, STDs.
It is 99.8%
8% effective in boosting your immune system to a point where you can't contract STIs, STDs, and AIDS. So it's a very, very, very proactive way to make sure that your sex life is put in the first priority place. So this isn't just for the gay community either. When I found out about it, it was because someone I was with had let me know that his partner had gotten syphilis. And I was like, hang on. Was that after we did our thing or before we did our thing? Because I know where you live and I don't fuck around. So we got to get the shit fixed. So yeah, I got everything, came back negative. Everything was good. I was like, hey, awesome. This is where I start my safety. So that's actually the first step in all of this. If you're going to do it well.
It was Freddy.com, you said?
Yeah, Freddy.com.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really based for the States for Freddy.com, but you can get the same type of help here in Canada as well.
Wow.
That's an awesome resource.
Yeah, seriously. Because I feel like we don't, I don't know. I just know the only thing I can compare it to is the only time I've had sex with like a vagina or a vulva. And it was the only time I wasn't overly concerned with protection. Why? Because I've been trained to think that the only worry is to get pregnant. No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like I've never used a dental dam. Like, why? You know? But I don't know. It's important to remember.
It really is. I think one of the other things that's important about it is to understand that there's things that your body will do against you no matter what. If you're going to fart, you're going to sweat profusely, you're going to not look your best. All of you look beautiful. But like, if y'all were getting it tonight, you would not look like this at the
down
end.
here.
Yeah, literally. So like, go ahead, get yourself dolled up, but don't come out of it expecting to live your fantasy of like waking up with beautiful hair, like rolling out of bed. Like,
you look like you got fucked.
like literally, like
It's a badge of honor.
yeah,
you know?
like that little gimp you got like 2 days after. You're like, oh, that was good.
Yes, please,
Yeah, so
honestly.
it's definitely something that you have to work your way into. And I remember being a kid. I hope my uncle watches this episode. He used to tell my brother, how do you know you are with guys? He wouldn't even say gay or whatever. He's like, well, how did you know you were going to be with women? I think my brother was 12 or 13 when he had this discussion. How did a 12 or 13-year-old know how to completely flip that question back onto someone who had wisdom beyond their years multiplied by 3?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
so it's amazing for me to be able to say, because I've tried it.
Yeah.
I've educated myself. I found what I like and what I don't like and what I really like. And it's been a journey. So always more communication is always what I recommend. Even on your hookups. I know we at some point do it. Maybe there's people that don't, but from my own experience, hookups are a thing. So be safe. Don't be stupid. It's not worth it. It really isn't. So just practice safe sex.
Yeah.
Practice
As
safe
often as you
sex.
can.
Yeah.
Because
And-
at some point it is an accessibility thing. But
It is, but also equipping yourself with the knowledge is half of the
Mhm.
battle.
Totally.
So
it's true.
until you have that knowledge, you're blind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of preconceived notions about the entire gay community, and there's so
Mhm.
much stigma around if you're gay, you are dirty.
Mhm.
And I remember going to donate blood at the blood clinic, and it was the first time that I got my nails done.
Mhm.
And the clinic technician had said, "So on your questionnaire, you said that you haven't slept with guys." And I looked back up
Whoa.
at her and I was like, huh. I think I answered no to that question, but did you want me to reiterate that to your supervisor as well?
Yeah, like,
Wow.
Good for you for saying that. What the fuck?
So I literally left the appointment after donating the blood. And I literally called my best friend Emily and was like, "Emily, I can't believe that. She literally tried to refuse my donation because I had painted nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because of who I was or what I was doing
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was on prep 6 months later. And to this day, if you're on prep, you can't donate blood
Why?
because it's a contra indicator for
Mm.
other things, plasma,
Oh.
all of that. So it actually changes your immune system. So you can't
Oh.
change your blood immune system and then put it into someone else. So
Yeah.
Right.
I understand why, but I don't understand why, if you've ever slept with a man before, you cannot donate blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if that's only coming, like it's only questioning. Well, I guess it's not only questioning sexuality because it's questioning gender as well, but it's only putting you in that position as somebody with a penis sleeping with somebody else with a penis.
Yeah.
Because 90% or 50%, let's say, of the people who are going in to donate blood have slept with a penis. So like
Yeah.
why? I'm very, very curious
So the
why it
50%
makes a
that
difference.
openly acknowledge that they have a penis and they sleep
Mhm.
with the penis, you're going to discriminate against because they enjoy penis?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
genuinely, like what would be the reason not to? Like,
Honestly, I don't know.
I've never understood it. So when I told them I was on prep, they were like, "So your last donations?" I was like, "What about them?" They're like, "Well, were they safe?" I was like, "Well, you accepted all of them. You have to scan all of them. You have to test all of them." And I was getting my
Yeah.
blood tested for the
So
last
why
6
don't you
months.
tell
Yeah.
me?
So why?
yeah,
Yeah.
So literally, I was successfully able to donate 12 donations as a undercover gay man. through
Wow.
The Red Cross Canadian
Wow.
Donation Center,
Wow.
because I continuously checked that box off of no, fuck you.
Yeah, good, as you should.
Yeah.
No,
And then I went on prep and I fucked it up.
see, and these are the things that we just don't have any. We can't talk or share
Yeah.
anything on. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and I still go to the donation clinic with any of my friends, and I still see that nurse, and every time I see her, I give her the biggest smile of earth.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, you stupid fucking.
wow,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so there's definitely been struggles with it, and I think I definitely had a little bit more easier co-works through it because my brother literally did take the first steps
Yeah.
through it. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to do a much better job in my adult life of not attaching myself to him in his success or his failures because we are identical twins.
Oh,
So there's a lot of, I need to understand that we are two very separate people and we are doing
Yeah.
two very different things. We're at two very different points in life, but yes, we are still like the same person. We
Yeah.
still vibe. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's definitely something I've been working on, but being able to see him and feel him go through all of those challenges with our family, our culture, his friends, seeing how he did it at a younger age than me, and really just accepting himself
Yeah.
before anyone else
Yeah.
really acknowledged it. Like, for years, there was something more beautiful about him, and it was just,
Mhm.
it was elegant to watch. So
Wow.
Good brother.
yeah, I do love him. I do.
Yeah. That is really incredible that you got that role model to show you a lot of like the vulnerability that comes with like facing that huge separation or like that fear that's in it. Yeah.
It was crazy because he definitely went through a lot of shit. So, and it's just been wild because now that I have a partner and someone to love up on and someone to plan a future with, it's even more exciting.
I can't.
It's even more exciting because my brother's been doing the same type of shit for years upon years, and now I can go to my brother and be like, "Yo, dude, like, I have this amazing man, and he's gonna make me so happy. So how did you do your shit? Because I want to be just as happy as you."
Can you just
It's
propose
so
to Rodney
sweet.
on
On the phone.
this
So
is
precious.
So amazing.
I know.
Love is in the air.
It's always in the
Oh
air.
fuck!
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So yeah, it's
Wow.
been good.
Wow.
It's been good.
Question number 1. Have you had a prostate orgasm?
Yes.
Okay, I want to know what the difference, like, how would you describe the feeling as opposed to like a regular orgasm? Like, what's different?
You literally just made me take a breath because it's completely different.
Okay, I want to know everything.
Walk us through that.
I think the biggest thing to understand is that you do not have one pleasure spot on your body. Yes, typically for guys, the head of the dick. That's all we usually need.
Mhm.
Most of the times it works. But when you open yourself up to ass play, the first thing that you'll be introduced is to pressure on the asshole, and that in itself is a stimulant. Vibration is usually a next step up. Then it becomes penetration, then it becomes range of motion, then it becomes depth, and then it becomes all of these different things, and you get to interact with them all differently. So instead of just being stimulated by one pleasure point on the front end of you, you get another pleasure point on the back end of you that literally like connects at the same point.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it's without my dick being sensitized or stimulated, an anal orgasm is like full body, like uplifting, like waves. Like it's completely different. Like
Wow.
completely
Wow.
different.
Wow. Do you find that do you still like? Oh yes, I was gonna say come, and I was like, yeah, you're coming, duh.
Yep.
Do you still ejaculate? Do you
Oh,
find
yeah.
for the most
Yep,
part
yep,
consistently
yep,
every
Yep,
time?
Yep. It may not
Interesting.
be as forceful or as productive because there's no pumping action to
Yeah.
stimulate extra force,
Yep.
but it almost feels better.
Yeah.
Like there was no stimulation that went into it other than anal play. Like
That's
literally.
cool.
It's almost like not being able to use your hands.
Yeah.
Literally, like
Yeah.
there's no front end stimulation.
Wow.
Now, if you have front end stimulation and anal stimulation, that is a whole nother jelly sandwich that you definitely want to be a part of.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely just that's when two worlds collide, and that is like the eyes back and the head, toes curl,
Oh.
calves cramped, and you're just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Yup.
So there are definitely those moments as well.
Okay, my question: how? What?
Shit,
What?
here we go.
Let's just say I've shit on a dick.
No.
So, what is the best way to prep
Yeah, walk us through.
to be clean?
Okay,
we don't
so,
like dip cones.
so here's the thing: it's personal preference in the gay community. Shit's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So first, let it be known: if you don't want shit on your dick, you shouldn't be in that pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's something that's gonna happen, literally. So, if you want to do all the steps and the precautions to make sure that you're as clean and squeaky as possible,
Mhm.
anal douching is basically where you start for internal cleaning. There's like 7-8 different types of anal douches you can get. You can get ones that attach onto your shower head, and then you just insert, let the water
Wow.
fill up for a couple, and then you just kind of sit and wait. Then you hop onto your
Convenience.
toilet and let it flush out.
Ah.
So depending on what your trying to achieve that night depends on how long you need to douche for. And then it becomes external prep. Do you shave? Do you wax? That type of stuff. And then sometimes if you know you're going big and you ain't stopping at home, you might want to do some of your own warm-up.
Oh.
So that is something that you should also definitely look into, because an anal sphincter, if it hasn't been forced open so that you feel
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no matter how much lube you got, and the person on the other end of it feels it too, and like it's like it hurts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, in a good way, but like
also like
exactly. It's like I know this is kind of good, but like
it's just something about it feels wrong.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're hurting your body,
exactly.
and you know you
Like,
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Still gonna go for it.
What it is.
Yeah.
There's. Oh, sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Nah, it's just basically finding what you're comfortable with, and hookups are the worst for that, because you have your idea of what you're doing and someone has their idea of what they're doing. So having someone that you're committed to be able to have that with, that's a whole different level. So I mean, it really just depends on the type of person you are and the partner that you're with. So I'm thankful that my partner does his part, and everything about him is just fucking perfect.
That's so.
So yeah, it's also just what does your partner want? What do they want from it? Like maybe there's a look or a physique that they admire more than what you think. So maybe they help you appreciate something about your body that you would otherwise like. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite kind of foreplay?
Slow and steamy.
Slow and steamy. A lot of like breath work and like touching.
Yeah.
We love it. We love it. Absolutely.
Or strip dancing.
I need to go touch some grass immediately.
Okay.
Guys.
And then I have one more question, and then unless anyone else has any other questions, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
This just popped in my head literally while I was listening to you talk, but anal tearing is a thing. Have you ever experienced it? Do you have any advice? Have you ever experienced it?
I've had bleeding for sure, but I don't know if it was like super serious.
Yeah.
But you never really know.
Yeah,
if it's like in there.
What popped this into my mind is the feeling of when you're like getting fucked in the ass or putting something in your ass, and you're like, I wasn't warmed up enough for this,
Yeah.
and you feel guilty because you're like, sorry, body, but I'm in too deep, you know, I'm this close.
Like no going back.
But it just that, you know, sometimes your butthole feels inside out for a couple days, and like, but tearing is something that I've just been seeing randomly. Social media throws weird shit at me, and I can't remember the term for it. But yeah, is this something you've experienced? Is this something that, take us away?
It is not something I've experienced on my derriere, so I don't do something that I don't feel like I can. So and breath work allows you to do a lot more too.
Yeah.
So such a like vital piece of information that is completely accessible. So again, thank you for that one.
Yeah.
But no, I've never tried to inflict pain on someone. So when it becomes painful, it's usually just to stop, because I don't want to cause pain. Like if I'm not part of an enjoyment in some way, shape, or form, we just don't match up. The puzzle piece just doesn't fit, and I'm okay calling it quits where it just doesn't belong, and I can just be okay with that. So yeah, sometimes it's a letdown on their part, but it just
Fair. It's what it is. You got to do what you got to do.
you got to do it. This is you.
It's true. It's
and
very
when it's
true.
for a hookup too, like don't settle. Like
Oh yeah.
you got so many other things to settle on. Don't settle on dick. Don't.
Do not settle on it.
Sometimes when I'm doing anal, it like I like that pain is almost really good. So I just keep going, knowing that it's like kind of painful. Same with like if my partner was doing it, and it's just that like you said that like
You're like, I'm gonna not like this tomorrow, but I like it right now.
And it's like I know that there's probably blood, honestly.
Oh no.
Shit's in deep, but it's good.
I'm gonna look into that for the next episode, because I should have come prepared with that. But I think it is time for us to move forward.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Yeah, no worries.
You were so open and just so full of information, and like vulnerable and funny, and it was fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was an honor. I can't wait to see what it ends up as.
Yeah.
Of course. And strap in because we got one more thing for you.
Okay, so
Email.
we have an email. Yes. Email. So this person goes, "Hey gals, I just listened to your latest episode and wanted to share our lesser known pregnancy symptom. So backstory, I'm currently 10 weeks pregnant and my initial symptom was a late and now missing period. So okay, obvious. But I also noticed my resting heart rate is now 7 to 8 beats per minute higher. Now I'm pretty active, fit, so I pay attention to the metric where, as some women wouldn't think, for athletes, it's a pretty big change, especially since mine went from 50 beats per minute to at rest to 58 to 60. The other thing I wasn't expecting was once you take a home test, and mine was pretty obviously positive, what next? I called my GP. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean, but
General practitioner.
oh, okay. She's so smart. And made an appointment, and she said, was this planned? It wasn't exactly planned for us. Then she followed up with, is this wanted? Which I thought was super cool. No judgment attached, just as we were proceeding with parental care, or am I referring to you getting an abortion? Which I thought was so comforting. That not everyone is prepared to have a baby, and that's okay. Fortunately, my partner and I are and will be first-time parents in December. Love the pod. Can't wait for more, Jay.
Oh,
Wow.
Congratulations on your baby that's going to come. What?
Baby.
Thanks for sending that in.
awesome.
That's super
Yeah.
interesting, though. Like that, her beats per minute went up.
Mhm.
The boom boom.
the ticker.
Literally me. That is really interesting.
And it's really cool that she knew that fact.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something like we would know.
Yeah.
But most people don't know what their resting is, so how would they know if it increases?
Mine's extremely high, so I doubt I would even know.
As we haul on
Yeah,
the
we're like,
motherfucking vape. Truly.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's crazy. I guess just one more thing to look out for.
Yeah. Use your Apple Watch.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
True.
Wow. Well, thank you guys again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you.
This was fun. This was
Super
very
fun.
fun.
Such a good
Thanks
So
for
yeah,
having me.
thank you
It was
again.
really
Yeah.
good. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you for allowing me to bring my significant other and join us on this.
Yeah.
Of
You're
course.
the best.
Always welcome.
Aw.
Is there anything else you want to plug before we go?
Oh yeah. Follow me on Instagram and on YouTube and upcoming YouTube. Shawn R Training, SHAWN Training, like training in the gym. On Instagram, Facebook, and then I believe our project of our couple's YouTube vlog is going to be going live this summer. So we have too much love and it's
Nowhere to put it.
Nowhere to put it. So we need a direction and I just can't not see myself with him, so I want to build something amazing.
Aww. Well, we'll all be subscribed.
Oh yeah. Full support from the pod.
Yeah,
Yes.
truly.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But other than that,
We're
yeah.
gonna be at
Wow.
we're gonna be there for this whole ride.
Biggest fans.
We just get to see this life you build together, and we got to see it all from
Yes,
the start.
yes, absolutely.
That's exciting.
Absolutely fantastic.
So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
guys. Subscribe.
Do we ever make a sign off?
No, we never made a sign off, so bye.